Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Brew Build. Today, it's turning night. Of course, it's turning night. I just started recording. Of course, it's going to turn to night. Well, last episode we finished the keep and finished off the interior, and I gotta say, I am very happy with how everything has turned out for this kingdom, and I think that, well, we're essentially done. I'm going to continue working here off camera to really finish it out before a world tour for, I believe I'm going to try and do that next week. But, you know, it's okay. I have a couple additions I've made. I put a door here on this side simply because we had this balcony and we actually couldn't get to it. And as you can see, there is some weirdness happening right there. That is going to be a sunflower field, very similar to the peony field that we have going there. I just need coarse dirt to fill that in, just like we've done there. That's just a simple way to make it look interesting, but not really have to do anything crazy. But yeah, so today I have a couple things to show you. Firstly, well, that was one of the things. And what else? What else did I have to show you? Yes. So I need to show you the King's Plateau. That was something I completely forgot to do. And anything in here? No. Okay. And the King's Plateau is pretty important, and I went ahead and did that off camera, and I actually really love it. That's not how you get to it. We have to go down here. Ooh, let's turn shaders on. There we go. Nice and warm feeling. Yeah, shaders definitely make interiors a lot harder to see, but here we go. Here is the King's Plateau. I am actually really happy with how this has turned out. So made this little covered area here. I thought that was kind of fun and interesting. Made a little fire pit with a little fire going. The king can hang out here and just chill and, you know, with all his kingly friends and just chill by the fire. A little seating area right here, just for fun. I don't know what is going on. My voice, my voice keeps going in and out. It's kind of weird. I've got a fun picnic area here with a little basket here and a couple cups and things. And then I decided to make this as like a place to be able to address his underlings, I suppose. And I thought this was kind of fun, a fun little addition. And you can kind of see it here, right there. Boom. Very simple, but I think that works very, very good. Well, and that is essentially it. So I have a few things I have to do off camera to be... Okay, I thought that door... Zombies keep destroying my doors, and it's really annoying. I have a few things to do off camera, and that's okay. I'm going to do those not really... I'm not going to really show you. Maybe the world tour they'll be seen. But they're pretty simple things. Like I need to just finish that field off and just kind of get motivated to do that. I can't decide if I'm going to do the walls like we've done these two just because they take time and I don't have any andesite, and that's kind of annoying. When I get andesite, I will do them, but right now probably won't. Need to finish the wall, just going like making it actually a wall right there. And I need to finish off so we've got the peony field. I need to finish this field here, which is going to be a sunflower field. And then we will essentially be done with the major work. There will be some things to do off camera, but we have the main things done. Ooh, can we? Oh, almost. I almost was able to do it. We have the main things done. And it's pretty good. Also, one thing, this is random, but I forget who it was, but one of you wanted me to do some sort of tutorial sort of thing on this bridge. And it's not very hard, to be honest. It's just stairs and then blocks and then stairs and then blocks. It's going up at a slab, like slab. That's all it's doing, is going up like this. I've just intermingled some stairs in it to make it look a little bit more interesting here. And then the this area is kind of, I just went with this curve. It goes 2 blocks up, 2 blocks, and then over, I believe, 4 blocks. And then it kind of just put stairs on the bottom and really just went freeform on this bottom area here. And yeah, put some mossy stuff under here and acted like some of the stones and stuff were falling apart. But that's really all it is. It's not something that is too terribly hard to do. Maybe if I end up doing some more bridges, that I could do like a bridge tutorial on multiple bridges. Here's another thing I have to do. I have to slab this out and actually make it so you can walk up it. Yeah, just some small minor things that don't really matter too much, but would add to the aesthetic and add to the completeness feeling of this area. Now, what we're going to do for this episode is not build at all. We are going to actually, let's actually get all the way up here. We're actually not going to be in this world. We're going to be in, ouch, I always run my face into that. We're going to be in our creative world because I want to show you what I have been doing while I've been kind of building this place out. I've been actually, like, if you couldn't tell, like, I don't know, it felt like my past couple videos were, I got sick and then I was kind of like not in the mindset to build in Sarthal. And so I've actually been playing in our creative world, planning out the next area, the City of Brassington. And I gotta say, I am quite happy with how Brassinton has turned out. Okay, not the entire city, but the concept. I'm really happy with how the concept has turned out, and I think you guys are going to really like it. So let's jump into the creative world and take a look at that and just talk through that concept. Also, there's a couple texture changes I wanted to point out to you, and we'll do that in the creative world as well. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, so we are here in the creative world, and there's not really any builds that are sticking out to me to show you that are new. I don't really know what I'm trying to show. Oh, no. Oh, I see. I see. They're in the sky. Yes, yes. Enough playing dumb. That is what we're going to look at here in a second. But let's look at the textures first, just to troll you so you don't get to look at those very much. So I've been changing the textures of the coarse dirt, granite, and smooth granite. Now, smooth granite is very much a in progress sort of texture. Just trying to find a way to make this polished, or not smooth granite, I guess polished granite. Trying to find a way to do the polished granite in a different way. Like, I mean, I could just change it into bricks and stuff, which I have a brick texture in here, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more different. Don't know how that's coming, but I have included the new granite, the Minecraft texture update version 3.3 granite. Succumbed to actually putting that in. I didn't like it originally, but it's grown on me and I do like it now. I have made some texture variations just to give it a little pizzazz. The main texture is in here, and then there's one that is flipped upside down, and then one that's a little bit more kind of chunkety looking. I don't know exactly, like crumbly almost. It's got the old granite texture, not the old granite, but the one that we've been using, version 2 textures overlaid on it and then kind of like intermingled. And the coarse dirt is probably the one that you're going to notice the most. So let's actually grab a brown carpet so you can see the difference between dirt and coarse dirt. So dirt is, in fact, much more and much lighter. Coarse dirt, I decided to make a darker tone, and it's got more, it's like the coarse dirt texture, but I really liked B-Dubs's old dirt textures that had stone flecks in it. And also Germsy has done some major overhauls to his dirt like a month ago or something like that. and he has a lot of stone now in his dirt, and I thought that was pretty, like, it made sense to me. Like, a coarse dirt texture should have stone in it. So I've got these coarse dirt textures that have like one bigger stone, two stones laid out like this, and then there's one somewhere in here. There's another one, and I think there's 5 textures in total. And overall, I really do like it. I like the variation it gives, while still remaining pretty dang vanilla. So I think that is good. Now, one texture that is pretty changed is, oh, and you can see this is what granite brick and all that stuff looks like together. And I just really like this. It just, the darker tone goes well with our path block, and it goes well with our spruce color. The woods are one thing that I'm going to be changing a bit. I do like our wood right now, but I wanted to emulate where Minecraft is going more. And so I'm going to take what Japa has made and kind of emulate it into ours. So these will be changing. The color tones are not going to change. I'm going to try and keep those pretty dang similar, because I really do like the tones of our woods right now. But I am going to try and change the texture itself, if that makes sense. But this is what it looks like all together. I think it looks good blended in. What is this? Is this pink? Yeah, I changed pink terracotta as well. Made it more of a pinkety texture. If you see, let's see, where's regular terracotta? So it and regular terracotta are pretty similar. It still is pink, but I think you can tell the difference. And let's put it in the shade, because these shaders are a little ridiculous. See, there's the difference. It's just a lighter version, essentially, a little bit more pinker, and not quite as intense of a pink texture, but it goes really well with this stuff, so I think that's good. Now let's look at one more texture, sandstone. This is quite the change, and I don't know if this is not permanent right now. This is kind of me testing things out. So I changed the sand here. Let me turn shaders off. There we go. Now you can see what they look like in just normal Minecraft, and then you can actually see the shadows of our builds. This is what it looks like in normal Minecraft without shaders, and this is what it looks like normal Minecraft, no shaders, and kind of what it would look like if it was built in with other things. So this is what red sand now looks like. It is more of it's a pinker red sand, I guess. I'm not sold on this quite yet. I do like the texture, the color and stuff. This is just the sand texture. I just recolorized it, but I'm not sold on the color quite yet. I might change it to be a little bit oranger, so it matches a little bit more of the Minecraft feel. I don't know. Now here comes a bigger change. So this is red sand. So that's red sandstone now. And yeah, you're going to have to tell me what you think about this, because this is a pretty drastic change. Color-wise, doesn't really matter. I can change that pretty easily. Texture-wise, let me know your thoughts. I wanted to go with something that was a little bit different. Here is the wither stuff, just changed the color. And then this is interesting. To me, this looks almost like it's almost like copper plating. Like, not quite coppery because it's red, but almost. So this is the new sandstone, and here is smooth sandstone. This is what the tops are made out of too. And yeah, it's interesting. I think it's an interesting change. Let me know what you think, because I've incorporated it into those. So yes, let me know what you think, because I like them, but I don't know. I'll have to see what you guys say, and we can go back to the drawing board if need be. I don't want to change something too drastically to make you feel like you wouldn't ever use it or anything. So all that being said, let's take a look at these builds. So what, I'm gonna turn that on. What actually, never mind, that was a dumb idea because I wanted to have the cursor. So what are we going to be doing? So my idea for Brassington, more is like that, but my idea for Brassington is to have it be a steampunk flying city. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So we're gonna take a look at these individually. So this is the concept, more of the style concept that I developed for a singular house floating out in the middle of nowhere. We are not going to have a ton of these types of houses, but I wanted to really detail one out just to get an idea, to help me think through the style and how we're going to go through some things. So you can see the red sandstone. I kind of put it up there thinking that it feels almost like a tin roof, almost like a metally tin roof. I don't know. This wood texture is not ours. This is Germsy's. I forgot that our birch was Germsy's birch. So that will be changing eventually. I just have to actually like change our texture. And I'm going to do that with the wood textures. So we'll wait on that. But this is what this is, the concept is. And the interior is not done. Some of the windows aren't even done, it would seem. But I think it's such a cool idea. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Brew, people don't build in the sky in survival for a reason. And it's because it's really hard and it's tedious and it's annoying. And to that, I would say, yeah, I know. I know what I'm getting into. I understand that this is going to be tedious and annoying and painful to do. But here's my thought process. Every time we're building up one of these or the city, I'm going to make an actual ground. Right where fan level's going to be, I'm going to make the ground. So by that, I mean, I'm going to make like a system of like netherrack or something like that to where it's not going to be too horribly tedious. Yes, it's going to be annoying to have to pillar up and build the ground and stuff, but once that's made, we should be pretty okay to do. Because think about it, if you anything that you're actually building, like anything at all you're building like that, the roof and all that stuff is just like building in the sky. Like it's exactly the same. The only difference is it only takes like one rocket to get back up there if you fall off, or you can ender pearl around. This one, as long as we've got a platform that's big enough that we can get to, I don't see any reason as to why it's going to be too awful to be able to get around. So that being said, the first build that we're doing, first a major build, we may do one of these as like the starter, make it our house sort of thing, because these are pretty good size. And don't worry, I'll look in depth what this is actually like looking like in just a second. But this is a good sized house, so we could really do a lot here and a lot of storage and a lot of fun times, I think. Now, so the first build we're doing, after we make like a house or a couple of houses and plan the area out a bit more, is going to be a creeper farm, and then a sugarcane farm. And I want this city to be a very automated city. This is going to be me learning some redstone stuff, because I want to make farms. I want to make all sorts of things, and I want to do it with redstone things because I don't know redstone, and it's something I want to know a bit more about. So that is why I have decided to do this over the City of Color, because in my mind, if I'm going to be doing farms and automation and stuff, it should be in a steampunk city if we're going to have one. And I really love this concept too. So let's stop blabbing about that stuff and take a look at what this is, and kind of what I've decided to do. So, of course, steampunk you have your typical super flaring crazy roofs, and I tried to do that to my best ability and make it like pointy and things, but I didn't want it to be too crazy. But I think it turned out pretty dang good. And for these houses, the only way to get in is there's going to be like a singular landing zone for each house. There's going to be like a landing zone for you to be able to just fly up and land on and enter the house. And that's kind of, it's going to be a city where people would always have like elytras, and people would always have flying machines. There's going to be like boats, but with blimps essentially on them. Like on Fix It has a boat that is a airship essentially. We're gonna have some stuff like that. So the idea I'm going for is a industrial fantasy. So not like modern industrial, more industrial fantasy. So one of the key things that we're going to have on every single part of this is a very strong foundation, because you have to have a strong foundation to hold all this junk up. Down on the ground is our foundation. We have to build this out to be able to actually show that it's supported. And so what I've done is I have these little counterweights that are supposed to be just leveling the building out a bit. So they're all on different levels. And of course, this side it sticks out further and it has a heavier load. And that's because there's not as much over here. And so it needs to have a counterweight over here. Now I probably should have done the same exact thing right here to counterweight the other side, but we can get away with some fake, not real things. But I really thought that this was a cool concept right here, to have these counterweight sort of things. And the main way they're going to stay up is windmills. And I really think that that's going to be a fun thing. I think seeing a city with all these windmills, and you'll see over there, like there's multiple windmills. That's just a small portion of the city. I just think it's a really cool concept. So this is an individual house that would be off on its own, what it would look like, how it would be staying up, and we could even have some like blimp balloon things kind of attached and holding some houses up as well. Thought that could be a really cool idea too. So let's look at what the city would actually look like. So first off, granite. This is what the granite looks like intermingled around like that. I'm not upset with this texture. I don't know how to feel exactly because it's kind of odd. I took the purpur idea and put it into granite. So you'll have to let me know what your thoughts are on that. But yeah, I don't know. So these are more townhouse style, but with the same roof idea. But I thought it was interesting because the roofs connect, and that's how they light up the city. And so you've got all these different little sort of overhang things, and this is essentially the sidewalk. There is no street or anything like that. The way you get around, if you want to get around, is via rails. And there's going to be a whole railway system I want to have kind of just underneath everything that runs around. I want to have a transport system with rails that is like, if you want to go from this sector to this sector that's further up, or you want to go to further up sector down, you can take a railway and it'll go at where you want. I want to do that and make rails kind of a commodity, so a unique thing, I guess, for this area, since they don't get used that much. And then there's these more industrial looking fans that keep up the railway system, help keep it up, just smaller ones. And then these are bigger ones. This one was a pain in the butt to figure out because obviously the houses aren't done. But this is kind of what we've got. We would have, essentially my idea is to make it a hexagon or octagon, I think. An octagon of these houses, and there's going to be like 10 of these all the way down, and then it'll go diagonal. And then there'll be like diagonal houses or diagonal builds of some kind. And it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be really awesome. But I wanted to show you this because it's a unique concept, but I wanted to show you what I am thinking. Now, this is going to be tedious and this is going to be painful to build at points. I understand that. But I think the concept in my mind, like I see this and I'm really excited. I really want to be able to build this. It's very detailed and it's very annoying to build at times, sure. But I think at the end of the day, this is one of those builds that when you get it done, you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, that's freaking awesome. And I did that in survival. So yeah, I just wanted to show you this stuff, get your ideas, get your thoughts about what you think about these. And if you're excited for this concept, if you like this concept for a city. Also another texture change, I changed the peonies to pink. That's essentially it. And yeah, I just wanted to get your ideas on this build style, if you like it, if you like this concept. So let me know down below in the comments, because I'm really excited to try and jump into this, and I hope you guys are too. I think that is going to have to do it for this episode though, guys. I know we didn't do too much and there was a lot of talking, but I wanted to show you this and get your thoughts before really doing anything else. Oh, I forgot. This is going to be in a mesa. So we're going to be floating up above a mesa, and that makes the sky like all orange and kind of grimy looking, which I think fits the industrial steampunk feel that we would want. So I can show you that in the next episode of a Brew Build. But I definitely am out of time for this episode. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you are excited for this concept. I am super pumped for this. I really think this is going to be a fun build. And just imagine a big old city of all these these houses and fans and all this stuff, and a creeper farm and automation. And yes, so I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like in real life. If you are new here and you like this concept and you really want to see this be built, feel free to subscribe. Join the little family we've got going, and I will see you guys in the next episode.